All right. Oh, I think it started and I was awkwardly silent. Hello, back for one more video. And in this one, I want to jump into. So now that we've talked about the theology of the tabernacle and kind of its own space, I want to look at how this can be brought into the New Testament and how the New Testament claims this image of tabernacle and applies it to the life of Christ and then to us. Well, the first thing we need to recognize is that the temple is a continuation of the tabernacle. In other words, the temple served the same purpose as the tabernacle, but it was permanent, right? The tabernacle moved, the temple did not. So when you hear Jesus talking about the temple or about us being the temple, you can think of the tabernacle. The same theology applies there. Of course, there's some differences in the way they were built and some things like that, but the idea is the same. It is God's dwelling place. Now, when Jesus comes, he does something really amazing. Okay, John 1:14 says, and you'll read this in a minute, that Jesus came to dwell among us. And the word for dwell there in that verse is the same Greek word used for tabernacling in the Greek Old Testament. So if you were to do a kind of a clunky translation, you might say, we don't use this language, but to serve the point, it's when Jesus came, he came to tabernacle with us. He came to be with us. He came down to be with his people. That's what this verse means. Um, so Christ is the fulfillment of the purpose that the tabernacle served. I think that's amazing. We also see in the New Testament that Christ is our high priest. The priest in the Old Testament needed to wear all these garments and special things to come into the Holy of Holies. But Jesus, as the high priest, does not need to wear those garments because his own character is enough to be in the presence of the Father. And like the high priest, he makes atonement for the people, but he does so with his own blood. So he's God and the high priest, right? He's serving both of these roles. And when Christ ascends after his resurrection, something even more uh, amazing, shocking happens. He sends the Spirit to dwell in us. Having read what we've read about what needs to go in to God being present and all the things that need to happen to make that possible because of his holiness, the fact that we become the tabernacle, the temple of God, should be very surprising to us and very shocking to us. So when he comes to dwell in us, and doing so, uh, he makes us a new creation. You should hear the language here of when he's making a tabernacle. We talked earlier about that being kind of a new creation or recreation. We too are a new creation. He makes us a new creation and dwells in us. In doing so, the presence of God is both renewing us and bringing heaven to earth as we act on his behalf together with him wherever we go. The walls of the tabernacle fall down, so to speak, and spread out to the entire earth. And that will come to its full realization when Christ returns.